So we're here on Monday, the 1st of May, it's Bank Holiday Monday, and I'm starting to really now get into the prep for the hurricane heat. And do you know what, it's scaring me a little bit. Not because I don't feel prepared, because I've been doing lots of running, I've been doing my strength work, but I think where I may struggle is my strength endurance. So they've just brought out the kit list, and you've got to have two 2-litre milk bottles. Now, first thing is we don't have milk bottles like the ones they showed us in the video here in France. So I'm going to head out today with 2 hand weights, a rucksack with some weights in. I'm working on testing out my new, well, they're not my new walking boots, I've had them for years, but I've just never worn them, because that's the other thing, we're not allowed. I would normally do all my events in my trail trainers, my Solomons, and I absolutely love them because they're so comfy. And then these are not so comfy because I've hardly worn them, so I've got 3 weeks to try and break them in. But I definitely think I'm going to invest in some new walking boots ready for the 12-hour one, because 4 hours might get through with bit sore feet, 12 hours not so much. So yeah, that's the plan for today. And look, it's a bit rainy today. Not such great weather, but probably great for preparing for coming back to the UK to do this in. So it's all God, let's see how it goes. So I've set out my training program for the next 3 weeks. I've also got a retreat next week, so I've got to incorporate that into my program to make sure that I'm still getting my long runs in, because of course I've got a Beast Ultra in July, so I need to be upping my miles ready for that. So it feels like there's kind of a lot to pack in right now. So this week I am doing 2 types of training each day, so it's going to be having to be focused to get those in, as well as doing everything else that I've got to do, work stuff, being a mom, life, you know, got to fit it all in. But I'm really excited about doing these, and this is the point of doing these things, you know, it pushes you out of your comfort zone, it allows you to do the things that you're a little bit wary of doing, so it's all good. So I have my old walking boots that I've never even worn. These, they're not particularly comfy, but they're gonna have to do for now. Now luckily I've got my dog lead around my waist so that I can have my hands free, and I'm going to put these leg weights to weight my rucksack, and I think that takes it up. I did weigh it, it's about 15 pounds, which is the weight I'm going to need to carry for the 12-hour hurricane heat. So I haven't got any milk bottles, so I'm going to be walking with these for now. So they are £8 dumbbells. My wonderful friend Vicky has already done. Okay, I'm about 15 minutes in to a walk, and I am going uphill. It doesn't look that steep on there. It's not really that. I'm breathing pretty heavy. I'm sweating. It's a bit rainy, it's not particularly cold. This is tough. So it's making me wonder if I've given myself enough time. Again, those fears that we always seem to allow, it's that question, isn't it? What if, what if, what if? And your mind will kind of automatically turn to the negatives. What if I've not done enough? What if I don't make it? And those kind of thoughts and feelings are the ones that paralyse you. So I'm choosing not to buy into those. I was all right when I got up, but I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. So I've been up since 5. It's now about 9:30, so I'm just setting up the courage to take these dogs out and go and do a hill sprint interval session, and then I'm going to do some upper body strength work. So yesterday I did a weighted hill run and then weighted HIIT session, and oh my god, burpees with a rucksack on your back. disgusting, so hard, and really found my push-ups really, really hard as well. So I suppose it's a good sign to be challenging myself and really taking my training a little bit further, because maybe I have been coasting too much. And the cricketer from the Spartan Hurricane races, they are posting lots in this private group and just completely try to psych us out and freak us out. And it's working actually, because I feel apprehensive that I've not got the right kit, that my kit I haven't really spent much time in, and having all the right bits to survive, because the last thing I want is did not finish. I really want to achieve this, and it's only be 2.5 weeks, so not much time, not giving myself much prep time, but just keeping in mind that this is only a 4-hour one, and I've got a few months till September to prepare for the 12-hour one, which I imagine is going to be a lot more intense. So I'm going to get out and do my sessions today and see how I get on. So I woke up, I'm pretty excited. So I'm going back to UK today. Hurricane heat is tomorrow evening, but I woke up to some really bad news. Vic, my main wing woman, is ill. Now she's done like all the prep work. She's got all my kit list together, so I didn't have to take it in a small case on the plane. And now she's ill, and she's still going to come. We're going to see when we get there. But I can't believe it. Timing, man. So she's going to pick me up from the airport, and then we're going to head down towards Aston Down. I've done a quick, super short workout this morning, so I just wanted to get something in. It was like 15 minutes, quick in the shower, and I'm going to head, I've got to pick up the car and then head down to Geneva Airport. So excited, but I hope it's okay, praying that she's going to be alright, and I'm sure she won't want to be on my vlog while she's feeling like crap, but super excited, because this is something completely different. It's not like a normal Spartan race. I mean, I love Spartan races anyway. I love being outdoors, being in the mud, and that's why I do it. And I really noticed that doing the extra work with my rucksack, especially the weighted HIIT sessions. I did my session this morning without a rucksack on, and I could do so many more push-ups. I was up to 22 on my first round, and that's improved massively because my upper body strength had taken a bit of a dip as I'd focused a lot more on my running. So I'm feeling like all the training that I've done and the shifts in the types of training and the weighted training is going to make a difference. So I'm feeling good going into this, so fingers crossed. So it's the day of the Hurricane Heat 4-hour. So it's the first one in the UK, so we've been a bit like, don't really know what to expect, a little bit excited, a little bit nervous. So the only things we've got to go off is what we see on the American sites, but we're British, we're very different to the Americans. Is it going to be different? Who knows? So we've had a nice chilled morning. We're staying at the De Vere in what's it called?
Cotswolds Water Park.
Cotswold Water Park. So it's been lovely, relaxed, got up, had some breakfast, we've been in a jacuzzi, been in the sauna, all chilled, pampering ourselves, kind of. But now we're getting our shit together. Good news is though, Vic, she's survived, look! Yay! She's not puking or shitting herself anymore, which is awesome. Yeah, so we're going to show you the kit list and what we've got to take with us. So this is what we had on our kit list. We had to have two 2-litre milk bottles, and they are filled to the brim with sand and weighing. How much do they weigh?
About £9 each.
About £9 each. Sharpie pen, energy gels. Now this one, what's that going to be for? Salt and pepper. What is that going to be for? Who knows? A bit scared about that one. I'm not really into eating bugs or worms, or I don't know. Who knows? Batteries for head torch. Paracord. Again, could be for anything. And duct tape, though I'm not sure getting the super tough stuff was the best idea. And then just energy stuff, so yeah. And we've got to carry our own water, and it's going to be dark, so we have to wear a reflective belt. And we've also got to attach our glow sticks to our backpacks. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. How you feeling, Vic?
I'm scared.
Just pulling up towards race side, and just out that wave of like butterflies, and the feeling of needing a poo again for the 5th time today. So we've just been to the shop. We've got our water and of course essential beer for at the end, the finish line. So we think we're starting about 7 o'clock and it's due to finish at 11, but we've been told that it might possibly go on longer. We do not know, so we've got beer just in case for afterwards. Wow. So we made it. We didn't die. Nobody died apart as far as I'm aware. We've got our dog tags. Well, I've got yours.
You lost it again.
Oh, it's there somewhere. Cool.
Hurricane heat.
And then a wedge for the endurance trifecta, the first of 3. So it was tough. It was freaking cold. It was sitting in muddy water with actual tadpoles swimming around. Team event, so yeah, it was cold. It's now 11:30. We've just got changed in the dark. We're going to head home. We've got a beer. I think I'll have to wait till the morning to tell you any more. So I made it back home last night, quite late, got in about 11:30. We just chilled out yesterday after the event, and so I just wanted to do a little bit of a lowdown, because this was the first hurricane heat in the UK. It was like quite a big thing, because for any Spartan fan, I just knew as soon as we got an inkling that it was coming to the UK, we knew that we wanted to be a part of it. And I think there's quite a lot of expectations. They kind of had a lot to live up to, because these have been going on in America for some time, but it was the first time it was coming to the UK, and it was great what they did with the kit list. You know, we got really excited about it, but as it turns out, some people didn't. You know, a lot of people turned up to the event without the correct kit, and this pissed off the crypto, and we ended up having to do extra burpees, extra push-ups in the warm-up, And the warm-up was actually really challenging. It was hard. But again, this was kind of setting the scene and setting the pace for the event. So throughout the event, I kind of don't want to give too much away, because I really think that the endurance events are something that you kind of have to go and experience for yourself. And, you know, everyone's going to take something completely different away from the event. I know for me personally, I'm naturally quite a competitive person, and not necessarily with other people. I'm not bothered about being the winner. I'm probably never going to win a race. I just want to know that I did my best and that I went all in and that I really pushed myself. And that was kind of what I struggled with really on. This is a team event. We had to be doing this together. You're only ever going to be as fast as a team as the slowest person. So I suppose I'm quite naturally a selfish person, so I kind of just want to focus on me and what I'm doing, and that was something that I know that perhaps I need to develop and strengthen. I do feel that I kind of was left wanting more. So when we get to the end of it, you know, it was a group log carry. We had to carry this log through the entire course, and it was freaking heavy. I mean, my shoulders are still sore, and there were times, you know, being the smallest that wasn't always having the log there on my shoulder, and that was quite frustrating, being able to organise the team so that we were in line, so that the log was always resting on the shoulder. If there was someone that was taller immediately behind you or in front, you know, it was then you're having to push up. The main part that I really remember was being freaking cold. So early on, after we'd just done some hill sprints with using our salt and pepper pot, they had us Jack and Jilling all the way up the hill, back down, really trying to trick us and mess with us to make us do these hill sprints, which was kind of fun. I kind of like doing that. I'm a bit weird like that. But after that, as punishment for messing up and getting things wrong, we were in the water. This was absolutely bogging, stinking water. It stunk. It was full of tadpoles and poor little things. It was like floating dead ones everywhere. And, and so doing burpees in the stinking, it was actually quite fun. It was gross, but it was fun. They threatened to make us put our heads in it. Not that I would have liked it. I'd have done it. Totally would have put my head in. So after that, though, the sun had gone down and it got cold really quick. I was freezing. That is definitely something that I would take forward as I go to do the next one, is to have more thermal base layers, because I was freaking freezing, and that really caused me to sort of go into my own head. I'd blocked everything else out. I just knew that I was cold. I was shivering, I was shaking, I was having to jog on the spot to keep warm, because again, you can only go as fast as everybody else is going. You can't get ahead. But once I managed to bring myself back into the team and got back on the log, that actually really kept me quite warm. I was left thinking that we could have done more. There could have been more mind games, more tasks to challenge us. It was a lot of mainly carrying the log around. And I just felt that I could have pushed a bit harder. We could have done more as a team. But I did like the group work, although it's not naturally something that I want to do. You know, is working within a group when I am competing in something. I enjoyed being challenged by that aspect. And moving forwards, you know, it's an entry level race. It's 4 hours. You know, we've done Spartan Beasts that are longer than that before. So it is an entry level race. It's going to be great. If you're wanting to do something that is going to push you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, this is perfect. But I'm really, really now excited about doing the 12-hour one, because the 12-hour one is a freaking long time. It is. It's a long time. So this is like just a third. So I'm excited to see what comes with that. And I know I'm really pleased with how the training went in the run-up. You know, I wasn't perfect, but I definitely adapted my training, and it made me get more organised with my training and design a training programme that was more balanced to fit in more strength work. I was doing the weighted work, the hikes, the runs with the ruck on my back, which I'm going to continue to do. because I've really started to notice some progress with that, and especially in my strength as I've got up. I did a HIIT session before I set off travelling, and I got up to 22 push-ups. So it's those little wins that, like, yes, I can do this shit when I put my mind to it, that help to build your self-confidence. And for me, this is what this whole process is about, is building self-confidence, proving to yourself what you're actually capable of. I feel really honoured to be part of the very first one in the UK, and the Spartan brand is such a fantastic brand. It's something that I truly believe in. I love doing their events. I love the ethos behind it. I love the atmosphere, and for me, I love travelling to different countries and doing Spartan races. And you know, with my main war in Victoria, we love, you know, incorporating Spartan into our travel plans. So I know that these events are going to get better and better and better. And at the time, it was a challenge. It felt tough, but at the same time, I felt that I could have done more. But that to me is inspiring, because I know that I'm capable of more, and that's exciting. So I hope you've enjoyed this little vlog series, and I'm going to take you on as we go on to the next challenges. So I've got a few things coming up. Next one actually is Paris in 2 weeks' time. I've got a super and a sprint. Then after that, there is the Morzine trifecta. So I'm doing the whole trifecta across the weekend, so all 3 race distances. Then we've got this Beast Ultra in July in Edinburgh. And then September is going to be the 12-hour Hurricane Heat, and I'm going to see if I can fit in another couple of races between then, and hopefully get over to Andorra for the European Championships, because I just fucking love Spartan. It's just awesome.